name is Michael Hollins, and I am the founding attorney here at Hollins Bankruptcy Law Office, where we practice bankruptcy law. And today I would like to answer the question: what documents will your bankruptcy attorney need from you to put your petition together and to answer questions necessary to put you in the best position to discharge your debt? But first, if you would like any good information regarding bankruptcy, please head over to hollinsbankruptcy.com where you can get that information. Or if you'd like to speak with me about your personal situation, give me a call here toll free at 866-86-BILLS. That is 866-862-4557. And now on to the topic. Exactly what documents are necessary for your attorney to put you in a great position to file your petition. First off will be your proof of income. If you are employed, that will be 6 months worth of check stubs. If you and your spouse are jointly filing, that will be 6 months worth of income check stubs for both of you. Now, this will help me to determine if you are eligible for Chapter 7 and if you're filing Chapter 13, what type of plan payments you might be looking at. If you're not employed, and maybe you're self-employed rather, if you're not an employee but you're self-employed, then you want to bring proof of self-employment. And if you don't have it, and you want to maybe bring check stub, rather you don't have check stubs paid to yourself, then a lot of times just the bank documentation will do. And the expenses also, proof of expenses for the past 6 months, the same time frame. So that again, that is self-employment income and proof of expenses for 6 months if you are self-employed. This again helps me to determine if you're eligible for Chapter 7 and again, any possible plan payments if Chapter 13 is the best solution for you. The next thing that you will want to give your attorney is any lawsuits pending, any judgments from lawsuits that have already gone forward. And if there's a pending garnishment, you want to have that documentation to us as soon as possible. This will help us to determine the extent of your debt and also talks about helps us to determine the timing of how quickly we need to file, especially if there's a garnishment in place. We want to get that stopped as soon as possible. Also, dischargeability issues of your debt. What is dischargeable and what falls into the category of something that might not be dischargeable? So having those lawsuits, judgments, and garnishments give us great insight into what we can do with that. Next thing that we'll need is your tax returns for 2 years. This helps us to determine, again, the extent, your eligibility, rather, if you are eligible income-wise. This helps us to determine household size and the expenses that are allotted to you based on your household size. If you own a home and the home is being threatened due to foreclosure, or if you're behind, you want to have those foreclosure documents to us as soon as possible. Again, this helps us to determine the timing of when we need to file, the extent of your mortgage arrears, and just your overall debt load. This will absolutely give us some insight into that. Now, if you were in a marriage and you are now divorced, we need to see the divorce settlement papers to make sure that we're filing amicably in that regard. And if you're ordered to pay child support, or if you're ordered to receive child support, the child support documentation is also very helpful. It helps us to determine if there are any dischargeability issues surrounding the child support, which of course child support is not dischargeable. But the extent of your debt, child support is absolutely counted as an expense that you incur or income that you receive. So it absolutely helps us to gain insight into your overall debt load. And last but not least, you want to be able to produce your photo identification and a copy of your Social Security card or a W-2 with your Social Security number on it. This information is quite frankly needed just to identify who you are to us, your attorney, and also to the court. And also it's needed to pull your credit report so that we can make sure that we're discharging as much debt as possible. Well, I hope this video was helpful in giving you some information on what you will need to get to myself as your bankruptcy attorney so that I have the best insight into your finances, into your debt load. If you don't have this information readily available when we initially talk, that is fine. I will just give you a little bit of homework when we leave and a lot of that homework will be to get this documentation to us as soon as possible. Well, I hope this information was helpful to someone. If it was, please hit the like button, share this on your Facebook wall, Instagram wall, and if you're watching by YouTube, please subscribe to this channel so that you can get more alerts as to when we will be back. We always give great information here, and we do it weekly, if not more than weekly. So again, my name is Michael Hollins with the Hollins Bankruptcy Law Office. Thank you for watching, and please be safe.